Hey guys, welcome back to the Curly Reader. It is middle grade March, week 3. All right, so in true Amanda fashion, I'm also failing this week at vlogging. Guys, I'm not a vlogger, and I don't know why I decided to do this, but here we are. It is Tuesday, missed yesterday. My kids are on spring break this week, and yesterday we literally just sat around the house and had a lazy day because that's what we wanted to do. So that's what we did. I did a puzzle. I finished a puzzle, which I will insert a clip in just a second. It was the puzzle that my Instagram followers voted on for me to do, so I did that. But I do have also, I listened to quite a bit of audiobook, quite whatever, you get what I'm saying. I listened to some audiobooks, and between Sunday and yesterday, I have finished 3 books. No, I have finished 2 books. I'm over halfway through one, and I've started physically reading 1, 2, whatever. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to talk about them. So I finished A Wish in the Dark. I don't think I talked about this in my last clip from last week. But this is a very loose Les Mis retelling, Thai inspired. It's about 2 little kids in a fantasy world. Pong was born in prison and he escapes, and so he is seen as a prisoner escape. It's seen as a prison escape. But he never did anything wrong. And then Nook is a warden's daughter, and she takes it upon herself to try to find Pong. And so that's kind of the premise of it. It was very good. I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it. I really, really did not like the audiobook narrator for it. It was not good. The audiobook narration was not good at all. And then I also finished A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. This was sweet. I really, really liked it. There are a million different audiobook narrators for this out there. This is a book about an orphan. It's also a book about that was written before I was born. So it fills both of those prompts. This one fills the prompt of an Asian main character. And so, yeah, I really like this one. It's just about Sarah Crew, who is very wealthy. She gets sent to this boarding school, and then her dad passes away. Her mom has passed away previously. Her dad passes away, and so she's kind of left in in destitution. Is that the right word? I don't know. Anyway, and so she becomes very, very poor, and she's treated as a servant, but it's just about her perspective on life and how she doesn't let that her circumstances narrate the way that she treats people, and I really, really liked it. I gave that one 4 stars. And then I am halfway through The Child of the Dream, a memoir of 1963 by Sharon Robinson. This, I like to try to read a nonfiction during middle grade March, and I try to just go into my library and just peruse the shelves and see if I can find one. And this is a book by Sharon Robinson, who is Jackie Robinson's daughter. And this is her perspective of the civil rights movement as a Black child of wealth, like of means. And she had a lot of opportunities that a lot of other Black children didn't. And so this is just her perspective on the responsibility that was given to her dad and her family as people that were kind of on the forefront of making change around that time. And so I'm really, really, really liking this so far. And then I have also started physically reading The Thing I'm Most Afraid of by Kristen Levine. This is set in 1993 during the Bosnian War, and it follows a little girl who is going to Austria to visit her dad, who is working abroad. And so, yeah, and she's dealing with really, really bad anxiety, and that's really as far as I've gotten in it. I haven't gotten very far at all in it, but I have started it. I've also continued reading Just Right Jillian by Nicole D. Collier. That is also about a little girl, not so much with anxiety as shyness. She really is very, very, very shy, very, very smart, but has a hard time speaking up for herself. And so it's just about her and finding her place and all of that. So that is my reading update. I'm getting ready to take one of my kids to a birthday party, and then the rest of us are going to go walk around Target for a bit. So maybe I'll take you to Target with me. I'll check in later. All right, this is the puzzle that I finished today. It's all books and little people and all this fun stuff. This is the puzzle that my Instagram followers picked for me to do last week, and I just finally got finished with it today. So, yay, time for a new one.
Pajama pants. The ones for Christmas, right? Yeah.
What are you doing, bud? Are you doing puzzles like Mommy?
This is the only puzzle that has all the puzzle pieces.
Oh.
Look at this turtle going to the bathroom. Mine. Mom, look at these Disney characters.
Okay, so we are back from Target, and I picked up while I was there the Magic Puzzle Company, the Mystic Maze. I heard about this from Gloria Thompson's channel. She recommended it to me. It's like a puzzle something. And so I thought I would grab it and check it out, and I'm really excited. So let's open this up and see what it's all about. Okay, so this is the box. This is like not fancy. This is a really, really old card table. Sorry, where I do my puzzles. It's like sandwiched between my couch and my bookshelves. It's like just enough space, and so I don't have a lot of space. But this is the lid of the box, and then you open it up, and you get this nice little letter from the Magic Puzzle Company with all these different Easter eggs that you can find as you do the puzzle. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to get in and see. And then the puzzle comes with this, it comes in like a nice resealable bag, like paper bag instead of a plastic bag, which is nice. These are the posters of what the puzzle is going to look like. There's 2 of them. They specifically have 2 in there so that more than one person can work on it at a time. I typically do not reference the puzzle box or the puzzle like reference thing, but in the instructions it said that they recommend on these that you do. So I might end up using one of them, but it comes with 2. And then this you don't open until you finish the whole puzzle. So I'm very curious. Let's open this up and see what's inside. Okay, so this actually has Velcro on it so you can reseal it, which is really nice. And then it's just the puzzle inside. So I'm going to get started on this and kind of see what it's all about. Hey guys, it is now Wednesday. I'm back here in my spot as I am quite often. But yeah, yesterday I got a lot done. I finished that puzzle that I started that I got at Target. So I will insert a clip after this showing you that. But I finished that. I also finished Child of the Dream by Sharon Robinson. This was good. I wanted more. It was a good perspective, but I wanted a little bit more from it, so I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. This was Sharon Robinson's memoir. She is Jackie Robinson's daughter, and it was her memoir of just growing up during the Civil Rights Movement, specifically, like 1964, 1965, that sort of thing. 1963, I think, is actually what's on the book. Whatever. Oh, why am I holding this up? That's what I'm going to be reading next. But I also started and finished yesterday, The Night Diary by Vera, Heren, and Donnie. This was super good. 4.5 stars. This is about, what was her name? Nisha. And it's written in diary format, so she's writing letters to her deceased mother. Her mom had passed away previously, like many, many years ago, and so she writes in her diary, but she writes letters to her mom, and it's all about the division of India into Pakistan and India. So when the British left India, the British occupation of India ended, India was divided into Pakistan and India. And so the Hindus went to, trying to remember this, I think the Hindus went to India and the Muslims went to Pakistan, and there were also Sikhs there as well, I believe. And it just, it got really, really violent and really, really ugly. There was not a lot of religious toleration on either side. And so her family, her mom was Muslim, but her father is Hindu. And so they have to go to the area that is designated for the Hindu population, and it's very dangerous and it's a very long journey. There's a lot of sickness, there's a lot of deprivation. It was really heartbreaking and a time in history that I did not really have any understanding of. It's set in the 1940s. It was very, very good. I really, really liked it. The audiobook was really good as well. And so, yeah, that was what I got done yesterday. I am picking up this next. That's why I held this up, because it was in my stack. This is going to be my next audiobook, Ghost by Jason Reynolds. It is the first book in the Track series. And yeah, I am also still reading Just Right Jillian and The Thing I'm Most Afraid of. I have not made any progress in The Thing I'm Most Afraid of, but I did read some in Just Right Jillian last night. So that is my reading update. Today, I have a couple of different things planned with the kids. I bought little like ceramic jewelry trays out of the dollar section at Target. They were like $1 a piece. And I got some acrylic paint. And so the kids are going to be painting their own little like jewelry dishes with their initials. 3 of the 4, I found the initials. My child got a heart because I couldn't find a heart. Yes, darling.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
North Dakota.
North Dakota who?
Smorf Dakota.
Schmorf Dakota who?
Dancing Smorf Dakota.
Dancing Schmorf Dakota. There you go. Joke of the day. So funny. Anyway, so we're going to be painting, and then I'm also going to be taking them on a little bit of a field trip. Surprise field trip. They are all like biting at the bit to figure out what it is. So I'll take you along with that as well, and you'll get to see our little field trip of the day. I'm trying to plan some fun things for them for our spring break because we're obviously not traveling anywhere. So I'm trying to throw in a few things here and there. So we're going to be painting today and doing a little bit of an extra field trip as well. But that's the game plan. And yeah, that's it. So I will check in with you probably later tonight when I have a bit more of an update. All right, so I finished. This is what it looks like completed. There's a lot going on. It's called the Mystic Maze, and it's really kind of cool because it has these sections that can move around and separate out. And so there's a lot of different edge pieces and different shaped pieces in here, but I did open the other little envelope. I'm not going to say what was in it because I feel like that kind of ruins the surprise, but suffice it to say that I did get a sticker that says I'm great at puzzles, which I appreciate. But yeah, so that's done.
What colors? What colors do you have? The walls.
Well, I mean, like, what are they called?
Can walk. So we've never gone cookies.
What?
Is this cookie? Does this? Is that one? Is the coin? That is it a chocolate?
All right, guys, what did we think?
Good.
Are they yummy?
Yeah.
What kind did you get, Amelia?
Scrumptious.
You and Jonathan both are eating a chocolate chip one, I think, right? And Sophia and Elise are both eating vanilla sugar cookies with a gold coin on top for St. Patrick's Day. So, yay for our surprise. Was this a good surprise for the day?
Yeah. I didn't know it was for St. Patrick's
Yum.
Day. I thought they
Hey guys, happy St. Patrick's Day. It is Thursday. It is St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing my green so my kids don't pinch me today. We don't do a whole lot for St. Patrick's Day, although I am for the first time ever today making corned beef and cabbage. I've never had it. I've never made it. And so we're gonna try it and see how it goes. We'll see. But it's happening. But I did think that I would give you a little bit of a reading update. So yesterday I finished Ghost. You guys, this book. I loved this book so much. I love this book so much. This follows Castle, what's his last name? Cranshaw, whose father is in jail for trying to shoot him and his mother. And so he has always related running to fear, and then one day stumbles upon a track practice and ends up kind of getting recruited to join this track team. And it's all about him learning more about his fears and his attitude in life and what it takes. And it was just good. It was just good. The narrator was fantastic. I am so excited to read the rest of the books in the series. There are 4 books in the series. This is the first one, and I adore it. 5 stars. Like, sorry, it was, sorry, it was so good. And then I got something in my throat. Last night, I also started listening to The Truth About Martians by Melissa Savage. This is historical fiction. It is, I'm loving it so far. I mean, I'm only like probably half hour, 45 minutes into it. It's set in the 1940s, and it's about this kid who is obsessed with Superman and thinks that he sees a Martian landing in his town of Roswell, New Mexico. And so him and his friends decided to go investigate. And I'm really not very far into it, but I was not expecting it to be historical fiction. It is so good. I'm loving. And then on a whim this morning, I decided to pick up and start reading Cress Watercress. This is an arc that I got from the publisher, Candlewick Press. This comes out on March 29th. And this is an illustrated, see if you, yeah, there's illustrations in it. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's not working. Book. The final copy will be hardcover and will be fully color illustrated. But yeah, it's about a little bunny and like animals in a woods, and yeah, I'm not very far into it, but I just on a whim decided to pick this up and start reading it, and I am flying through it. It's a really, really quick read, and so I'm going to sit and read yet for a little bit. We're really not planning on doing a whole lot today. One of my kiddos isn't feeling the best, and so we're just kind of going to hang low today, and yeah, so I don't know how much I will have for you today, but anyway, I will let you know when I have another reading update. Hey guys, I have moved, I promise, but I just had to share this with you. I went and picked up some holds from the library today, and this was one of them, Cece's Journal. The Adventures of a Writer in Training by Joris Chamberlain. I don't think I said that right. I'm pretty sure this is translated from French, because I looked up his Instagram account. This is amazing. I just finished part 1. It's broken into 2 parts. I actually have the second book also from the library. And it's about a little girl who wants to be a writer. It is a graphic novel. Sorry, I see if I can show you this a little bit. It's a graphic novel, but there are also pages that are like out. Oh, I just passed one. Dang it. There are pages that are like out of her journal also. So it's like she's writing in her journal, but it's also the story is in graphic novel format. And I just finished the first part. It was so good. So good. It's just about this girl who like goes on these adventures investigating things. But it was so beautiful. I almost got teary-eyed. It was, oh my goodness. I picked this up because Keisha from A Book Like You talked about it and said that it's probably her favorite graphic novel she's ever read. So I was like, I should probably go read that. She's not wrong. It's fantastic. And I'm so excited to read the second part. And I'm so glad I have the second book downstairs that I can read. Whew. So yeah, that's my reading update. I'm also still listening to The Truth About Martians and still really enjoying it. So that's my reading update so far. I'll let you know when I have another one. Hello once again. I'm in the same spot. I promise I move. This is my quiet spot right now because with the kids all home, it's just hard to find a quiet spot in the house. So this is where I'm at. Bit of a reading update. It is Friday afternoon. It is noon on Friday. I'm getting ready to take the kids on a little bit of an adventure, but thought I would give you a reading update. Yesterday, I know I shared with you that I started Cece's Journal. I got halfway through that. I also started reading Cress Watercress, which is an arc that I got from Candlewick Press. I read, I think, 7 chapters in that. I listened to just a little bit of my audiobook, not very much, but then I also picked some books up from the library, and I picked up all 13. And I started and finished this yesterday. So I read this in its entirety yesterday. This is a nonfiction book about the Thai soccer team cave rescue that happened in 2018. So these 13 boys, it was 12 boys and their like 25-year-old coach got stuck in a cave in Thailand, and it was like flooded and underwater, and it was like an international effort to try to get them out, and they all made it out alive. It's in the title. That's not a spoiler. But this is a nonfiction book. It talks about the culture in Thailand. It talks about the rock formations and geology and the divers and the medical stuff. It goes into a lot of detail, but it's so well written. It's so good. It won a Newbery Honor last year, I believe. And it's just amazing. And I found out that it's being made into a movie. Not this book, but the story is being made into a movie that's coming out later this year, directed by Ron Howard, which I'm very excited to watch now because I do not remember this happening. I was completely just wrapped up in my own world, I guess, in 2018, and had no idea that this even had happened. So it was fascinating. Highly recommend. 5 stars. Definitely enjoyed it. But that is my reading update. So I finished that. Another one. Check. And yeah. So we're going to go have some fun, me and the kids, today. And then we will probably do pizza night. And I'm going to see if I can convince the kids to watch the new Cheaper by the Dozen remake that came out today on Disney Plus. I love the Steve Martin one. And so, I don't know. We'll see. I don't have the highest of expectations, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm thinking it's just going to be a pizza night or a Mexican night tonight for dinner. I did make the corned beef and cabbage yesterday, and it turned out really good. We had a lot of fun with it. So we will hopefully be having that again sometime. It was yummy. So anyway, that's it for now. I will let you know when I have more of an update. Hello guys, it's Sunday afternoon and I realized I forgot to close out this vlog. So I have done quite a bit of reading since the last time that we checked in. I've done quite a bit of listening since the last time that we checked in. So I think the last time I checked in I had just finished all 13, and since then I have finished 4 other books. So I listened to The Unsung Hero of Birdsong USA by Brenda Woods. This was so this is the story about a little white boy, what's his name? Gabriel, who has an accident on his bike, and an older black gentleman saves him. This is set in like 1947 in South Carolina, and he befriends this black gentleman and learns a little bit about his history, and I loved it. I love this book so much. It taught me some things that I did not know before, specifically about Black World War II vets that I was unaware of, and I absolutely loved it. 4.5 stars. And then all my other books fell down. Hold on. I had them all sitting up here, and then they all fell down. So, okay. And then I physically read a graphic novel. I had talked to you when I had finished half of Cece's journal, and now I finished the entire thing. This is by Joris Chamberlain and Ariel Arelier. I don't know. I think it's translated from French, but this is about a little girl, Cece, who likes to solve mysteries with her friends. And so this is actually the first 2 volumes. There's 2 parts in this that have 2 completely separate stories, and I absolutely loved both of them. This was so well done. I have the second book in this series, which is part 3 and 4, and I can't wait to read it too. It was so good. Like, so good. So beautiful. Heartfelt. Like, I got teary-eyed in both stories. Absolutely loved it. 5 stars. That was a graphic novel. I then listened to Breaking Stalin's Nose by Eugene Yelchin. This was a Newbery Honor winner. This has to do with a little boy who was raised in the Soviet Union and is all prepared to to join the Young Pioneers and become a Young Pioneer. He's 10 years old, and right before he is supposed to like take the oath to become a Young Pioneer for like Stalin, some things happen and he starts to kind of second guess whether or not he agrees with the kind of the mantra of the Communist Party, and all of that during, I don't remember when this was set, but yeah, I'm trying to, it doesn't say. So, but it does have illustrations throughout it. So, it was a very, very quick read, but very powerful. Really enjoyed it. And then I also read another book set in the USSR, and that was Dog Star by Megan Shepherd. This is about a little girl who befriends Laika, who was the USSR's space dog, set in the 1950s, 60s. It was during the space race that kind of happened between primarily the USSR and the and America. And during that time, the USSR used dogs to conduct space experiments and would like shoot them into space. And Laika was one of those dogs. And so it is about that dog from the dog's point of view, and also one of the daughters of one of the scientists that works on the space program in Russia or in the USSR. And it also has to do with kind of the Communist Party and like what they stand for and all that. It was interesting, but it was a little younger, and I ended up giving this one 3 stars because I don't connect with animal stories, like this type of animal stories, real well. That's a me thing, I get it, but it was just a little too, I don't know. It was just missing a little something for me. So I still enjoyed it. 3 stars. And I think this would be fantastic, specifically for like 9 to 10-year-olds who are interested in this sort of thing, because it is based off of, Laika was a real dog that took part in the space program in the USSR. And so, yeah. So those are the 4 books that I have finished since last we spoke, and that's going to do it for this vlog. I am going to continue vlogging throughout the next week. And yeah, so, not too shabby of a week. I don't have all, yes, I do. I have all of the books that I read this week. I just don't remember which ones they all were. So, I know I read all 13 this week, and Ghost, and The Night Ghost, and The Night Diary, and Child of the Dream, yeah, and I don't remember if that's everything I read this week or not. Sheesh. I will do like a whole end of month wrap up at the end of the month. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened this week, and to be continued next week. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you stick around and subscribe, and I hope that you're having a great middle grade March. And until next time, see ya.